Hello, my little cucumbers, and welcome back to the Coop'd Up podcast. How are we doing? We are here for our Halloween part dose, if you must, special. I want to tell you guys all about the real fun and dandy, nitty gritty juiciness of Halloween. I told you guys a little prelude of what led up to the Halloween shenanigans, but I didn't tell you guys what actually happened on Halloween, or I guess during the Halloween weekend. So I'm glad everyone's had time to relax, recuperate, and regather themselves from the week. And we're going to start off, before we get into the episode, of course, with a what are you wearing? So I guess I can stand up. I'll show you guys. A little, if this is easier. But I am wearing a black tank top that I just cut up. These black wide leg jeans that I got from, I think, ASOS, and my Uggs. Half the time, probably be wearing Uggs since I am in my home studio and I'm super duper comfy. Also, at the same time, I feel like Uggs can go with a lot of outfits, especially since we're going into fall. So, although that doesn't really make much sense because I'm in a tank top, but it's LA and it's hot during the day and cold at night. So I'm inside and I'm gonna wear a tank top and Uggs. But we are going to get into the Halloween nitty gritty. So as you guys saw on my socials, I was the Silver Surfer. That costume came just in time for Halloween, thank God, because my Green Lantern costume was a bust since it was too big. But I was the Silver Surfer. My friend Alan got amazing pictures of me. I was so happy. And I will say, before I talk about us going out on Friday and going to WeHo, I will say he did warn me when I put on the costume. It was a onesie, so like it had the feet, and it was tight. The outfit was it was very tight, and I lost probably like all circulation in my feet. And Alan told me that I should maybe cut, I don't know. It made sense what he was trying to tell me, and it would have alleviated a lot of my own personal problems, maybe. But he suggested I cut the feet, and I didn't. And so I went out. I was like, beauty is pain, beauty is pain, beauty is pain. And beauty was pain that night. I had got us Topo Chicos, of course. Not the margarita ones, but just the normal vodka Topo Chicos. And Topo Chico, I really think you should be sponsoring me at this point. So I'm going to have to figure out how to reach out to you. I'll have my people, aka me, contact your people, and we can figure something out. But we had some Topo Chicos for our pregame and into WeHo. And there's the thing, oh my God, I can't even speak. There's a trolley, okay, that picks people up from certain places in Hollywood and West Hollywood and brings them to all of the bars. And it's not just a thing during Halloween, but mostly during the year. But they brought it back for Halloween specifically. So we had to walk a couple blocks, had to walk a mile in these Louboutins. I was wearing these boots. And what I will say is that I did not realize that there are going to be people running around in Hollywood for Halloween. I mean, last year I lived in North Hollywood, so I wouldn't have known that being in Hollywood is a thing for Halloween. I thought it was just like West Hollywood. But the streets of Hollywood Boulevard were bumping. It took us way longer to walk to where the trolley picks you up than what I normally thought, because I've done it before. So I didn't think it was going to take that long, but there was a lot of people, and it was surprising. But we probably walked for like 20 minutes until we got to the bus stop, and we had our drinks, and or the trolley stop, and then we got onto our trolley, okay? And this is where the first problem began. Okay? First of all, it's Halloween. We're all waiting to get onto this trolley. We're all trying to go to West Hollywood. It's going to take us 4 or 5 ever to get there. But the way this works is first come, first serve, okay? When we got on the trolley, there were open seats, but I wouldn't say there was enough, but there were enough open seats for the people who were coming on the trolley to like find some seats, and then the rest of the people could stand comfortably. Well, I booked it to the back of the trolley because I saw an open seat next to a couple. So I was like, okay, Alan and I can sit in these 2 open seats next to this couple. People can filter in through the middle of the trolley and then the front of the trolley and then what have you. So we were sitting down comfortably until this girl comes to the back of the trolley with her friends. And she, let's say, was not a small girl, okay? And she had wings on. What in her bright mind thought that she could squeeze between me and the couple next to me? I don't know. I literally don't know. It was the guy, it was the girl, it was me, and then it was Alan. And then the bigger girl, fairy girl, was like, I'm gonna squeeze between you guys. And we were like, whoa, there's not enough space. And then she was just like, and sat between me and the girlfriend. And I made it very visibly clear that I was not happy with the situation. Every time she would like bump into me, I would kind of be like firm. And Alan was recording his little vlog. And in the vlog, you can hear me talking about how much I hate this girl sitting next to me. And she could she could physically hear me. Audible is a good choice of words. She could audibly hear me. And I wasn't being quiet about it. And she was just bumping into me. She was bumping into the girlfriend who was sitting next to me more than she was bumping into me. And I would look at her and she would make these like faces. But I'm like, girl, you better say something because she's bumping into you more than she's bumping into me. But if I say something, I'm going to say something. And it got to one point where her wing like hit me in the forehead. And listen, I had on makeup on my face. And what you're not about to do is rub my motherfucking makeup off my face before I get to where I need to go. Especially, you're a girl. We're going to the land of the gays. We're going to WeHo. You're not going to mess up my outfit before I get to the land of the gays. You go back to the land of the straights, girl. Land of America. Home of the brave. I'm going to WeHo. Home of the gays. Don't f*** with me. And so I literally said to her, I was like, you need to watch where you're like bopping around, girl, because like it was her friend's birthday. She was playing music, like they're all kikiing, ha-haing. They were maybe 22, and maybe I shouldn't be going to WeHo for Halloween next year. That might be the consensus of what happened this year, because we spent more time on that bus, on that trolley, than anything that night. And we were on the trolley for a good hour, I think, before they were like, you might as well just get off because we can't actually go any further from here or we're going to be bumper to bumper traffic. So we spent a lot of the time walking. The girl and her friends, they got off before us, thank God, because I was really getting tired of her bumping into me. When I said something, she's like, oh my God. I said, because when she bumped me into the face, I said something to her and she was like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Like I squeezed in between you and like I'm kind of being a dick. And I was like, yeah, like sit still. And so she got off at a stop that was like 1 or 2 before Alan and I, which I was thankful for. But someone else tried to squeeze in right after her and I was pissed. I'm like, can you people please stop squeezing in? And that was before we got to WeHo. People sitting and squeezing and bumping into me before we got to where we needed to be. And I was drinking and I was tired because I worked all day and I was just like, you guys are ruining my vibe. Like I'm trying to have fun and you're just like not being appropriate, like public transient people. I don't know. I was getting annoyed with them. So when we got off that trolley, I was like, thank God we're off. But we still have to walk to where we're going. And when we got to like the heart of where everything was, Oh my God. I remember last year there being a lot of people, but I think because it was my first time last year, I was just like, whoa, this is a lot of people. And I've been to a lot more events since last year in WeHo to know that there's a lot of people, but I would say we got there pretty late instead of last year when I got there pretty early. And getting there late, I don't know. I still don't think I'm going back next year because we waited in line to go to some of the bars and some of the clubs that we normally go to. And like I saw one of my friends who's a go-go dancer working at one of the bars, but they were charging $50-$60 to get into these bars and clubs. And I'm like, I was just here on Wednesday and it was free, and now it's Friday and it's $60. I'm not paying for that to come into this basic ass bar that I will be at probably next week. No. Hopped out of that one, went into a different line. We tried to skip this one line. Maybe it was my night to fight. I was the Silver Surfer. Maybe I was meant to fight crime because people were pissing me off. I was trying to sneak into the bar that my friend works at. And listen. I am all for people doing their job, okay? I used to work at a bar. I understand it's a lot, especially on Halloween. There's a lot going on. I get it. People like me are trying to sneak in. But what you're not going to do, okay, is put your hands on me. I was just standing there while other people were trying to squeeze past this little, like, short, like, I can say it because I'm part of the LGBTQ plus IA community. But this short little stud lesbian girl, lady, she was security. She was so stocky, and people were trying to push past her, and she starts pushing me. And I literally turned around and I looked at her and I said, please don't push me. Like, I'm not even doing anything. And she was like, well, you need to move. You guys need to go. Then Miss Mama, that's fine, but don't push me. And she was like, I don't understand why you're making it such a big deal. I said, because the big deal is that bitch, you're putting your fucking hands on me and I didn't do anything. I'm fucking standing here. I'm not even pushing up on you. Nothing. These people are pushing into me. Bitch, you were pushing on me. No. Get your fucking hands off of me. And she like looks at me and she's like, and like, first of all, bitch, I'm taller than you. And the one thing I hate is when studs, whoever, try and act like men, and then they get upset when men respond like a man because you're trying to act like a man. Bitch, I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but bitch, get your hand. What you're not gonna do is put your hands on me, and I'm gonna let you know not to put your motherfucking hands on me because I'm not that girl. Bitch, I'll cuss you out left, right, and center. So I was like, I can't even go in here. I was like, I don't want to. Nope, this, that. I'm not even getting in the line to come into here because this bitch done pissed me off. So we up WeHo. I did. I was like, fuck this. We waited in line for 3 bars. I think that was the second one. We went into another one, tried to sneak in through VIP. That didn't work. We're like, okay, we're leaving. Fuck that. I did have someone come up to me and ask me if I was famous. They were trying to take pictures of me. I just kept walking. Low-key been iconic, for Halloween in a Silver Surfer costume. Someone asking me if I'm famous and wanting to take pictures with me. That would have been iconic. Honestly, I should have taken the picture. Next time, if that happens, if someone comes up to me and asks me if I'm famous, I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to take a picture with them. And then I'm going to tell them my Instagram and not me. Or my TikTok. Or the podcast. So many options. The world is endless. The options are limitless. So, we left WeHo and we took the trolley back. But that was so long. I think the walk home was longer than the walk back. And when I tell you my feet were killing me on the trolley back, I ended up taking my apartment keys and ripping open the bottom of my costume so I can take my feet and put them through because my feet were killing me. I was losing circulation. Remember when I said that it was really tight? It was really tight. I had on these boots. I was walking everywhere, standing everywhere. The alcohol, there was not enough alcohol flowing for me to be like, okay, I can't feel anything. Like I could fucking feel everything. So I cut them. Once I cut them and the dogs went through, oh my God, the level of comfort I was feeling was immaculate. Then we went and got McDonald's because, you know me, I need Mickey D's. That's another sponsor that I would love to have eventually. A McDonald's sponsor would be lit. Like, if I had my own McDonald's meal, ooh, girl, that's a bucket list item. But that Friday, just like walking around in that outfit and just going all over WeHo and not even getting anywhere, I'm not doing it next year. No way, Jose. I would prefer to go to a Halloween party. My friends asked me if I wanted to go to a different location instead of WeHo, and I could have gone with Alan to these different locations. But, like, we weren't trying to be bopping around. Like, just the traffic for Halloween, the traffic in LA for events in general are fucking insane. That's why I'm like, half the time when I'm recording, I'm having to edit out so much traffic noise because you guys would hear it, but I can't have it in because it's LA. So Friday night, when I tell you when we got back, Alan slept over. When we got back to my place, we were literally just like, oh my God, thank God. I don't know if my neighbor came over the night of Halloween. I don't think so. I think I might have that mistaken with a different day. I'm going to say he didn't come over on Halloween. Saturday. Oh my God, I remember. I can't tell you. Friday was just so much. Saturday, I literally did not leave my apartment until the nighttime. I went to another Halloween party with my friend Aruba, and we went to a Halloween party downtown for one of my friends, Lou. She has a friend who we're going to play connect the dots really quickly, okay? So my friend Lou has a friend named Simi. Simi is a rapper. Simi and his rapper friends were throwing a Halloween party / debut. I don't know. All I know is I got an address and a location, and I've been to Simi's parties before, so I was like, fuck it, it's Halloween, I'm going. I went as Tucker Foley to this Halloween party, and when I tell you it wasn't what I expected, it was not what I expected. I have been to many of Simi's parties before, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, but I think because this party wasn't specifically just his, maybe we didn't check to see who was on the guest list, because I just think that I can't be hanging out with, I can hang out with people who are younger than me. I can't hang out with a mass group of people who are younger than me, because then I feel like uncle. Like, I feel like unk, and that shit's weird. Like, I'm about to be 29 soon. I can't be hanging out with 21-year-olds. I can, but like a mass group of 21-year-old partying is weird. And it's different from being in a club versus just weird. And everyone was dressed up, and you can tell who was younger and who was older. And the party itself was fine. The music was good. Aruba and I had a good time. But I have been on my Irish goodbye bullshit lately. So I said hi to Lou, Sid, Lexi, Skit Scat. Oh, Ava, love her down bad. She was having some of her music played there, which was so cute. I said hi to the girls, and then I dipped. I think Saturday I was just so exhausted from Friday. Like Friday, I think I walked maybe 5 miles. And I don't walk 5 miles, especially in boots, especially with my feet circulation cut off. It was just insane. So spending the day relaxing, kind of hungover, to going to the party with just like an odd vibe, I was just like, I can definitely Irish goodbye the out of this party, and no one would even notice. So that's what I did. Plus, I had to work on Sunday, and so I worked all day Sunday, only to go to a premiere. It was supposed to be like a premiere at this bar. I was invited with one of my friends. We got an invitation, so I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. We looked really cute, honestly. I haven't posted the pictures from it yet, but we looked good. But the problem is that they said to come at 8. We got there at 8:10. We thought it was going to premiere at 8:30. And we were gone by 9. And then they said it was going to premiere at 10:30. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would you tell everyone to come at 8? I was so over it. I was like, it's Halloween weekend. Everyone is lagging. I'm lagging at this point. I've had a full week of shenanigans. And this movie, this show, I Love LA, that Rachel Sennett is producing and starring in, it wasn't on. If it wasn't on, I had to go. And it was cute. It was cute. The concept was cute. The vibes were cute. But I was not with it. I was too cute to not be with what was going on. So my friend and I get scat on out of there too. And I think that, the first half of Halloween was the ringer. Like, I would say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was the real kicker and a half for me, because Saturday was cute. Like I said, I really was just hungover all of Saturday. But Saturday night, even then, I was just like, I was so tired when I left to go pick up Aruba. I was like, I could actually turn around. Like, when I was driving out of my parking garage, I was like, I can actually turn around and just go back home. But I was already dressed. I committed to the bit. I was in the costume. Like I said, I love a good Halloween costume. I had to commit. I said I can do an hour and a half, pop out, show up, not attending, but appearing. Remember, we talked about this before, appearances versus attending. And I never said I was going to be in attendance, but I did say I'll come. So I came, left, and conquered. And yeah, the weekend, it was long. It was a strength test of endurance to see who the strongest of the survival of the fittest. And I think I won. I passed with flying colors once again, because Halloween is my shit. Next year, my goal is to be going to these influencer Halloween parties and events and showing pop and puss in front of those people. Pop and puss for, everyday people is fun, but I would love to pop puss and stunt on these influencers, because even then, some of them dress so boring. You're so boring with what you'd wear, and honey. But thank you guys so much for tuning in for the Halloween spectacular part dose. I love you guys so very, 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 very much. As always, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your buddies, tell whoever you want to tell. Love you guys. Bye.